17 minutes after 7 o'clock. Look at that beautiful morning. Wow. It is Wednesday, August 17th, 2016. Look at it. Doesn't get any more beautiful than that. Just take a look outside, would you?
It is
73 degrees right now. Good morning, Rabin.
Good morning, Larry.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Today, the forecasters who do this for a living are sending information so that I can pretend I'm one of these guys. That tells us today high temperatures will reach 91 degrees. There is a 60% chance of rain, and that's the same as it was yesterday, and the same as it'll be tomorrow, and all the way through the weekend. Every week, every day, we're going to have this afternoon rain thing, and nobody should be complaining, unless, of course, you're hoping for a perfectly rain-free day.
Yeah.
Remember, out west, California out west, it's way dry, and remember, Louisiana is way wet, so we're just right.
Exactly.
We got it just right here, so.
No fires, no floods. We're good.
7:35. We've got some news and some commentary, and today that'll be abbreviated a little bit because we do have a guest at 7:50. She's going to talk to us about online safety. Cyber hacking is the thing. I was reading a report, I was going to say this morning, it was last night, that China may have a technique for making it impossible to hack their system. So if they can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
Of course, impossible is impossible. It's impossible for something to be impossible. Is that right?
That's right.
I know you can think of an example where that's not true, but
weren't we told the Chinese hacked into the U.S. system? So.
Oh yeah, but they've got something. There was something in the news. Yeah, but okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they have something, it's got to do with light. You know what? I'll look it up in the break, and then we'll have Stacey O'Connor comment on it. Hacking the skills shortage. She's looking for people who want to learn how to do this. So hacking, actually, not for the government necessarily, but for the cybersecurity industry. So they have to learn how to be bad guys in order to defeat the bad guys. Right? Am I understanding that right?
That's right.
Well, sort of, kind of. 8:35, that's when we do News Bites. That's the segment that Robert and I just basically read the news and do not comment on it. Minister Bob Imai is coming on. He serves as a minister of Happy Science in Atlanta, Georgia. And he's a minister of a local temple spreading its faith in Japan. Okay, well, we'll find out what that's about.
Local temple. I know that.
Of local temple.
Yeah, it was. I guess they got just local temple.
Local temple.
I guess it's just
the word is not in there. A minister of local temple.
That's right.
Think Big is the title of the book. We'll find out why we need to think big. James Andrew Miller is an award-winning journalist and a contributor to the Washington Post, New York Times, etc. Has written a book called Powerhouse. It's the untold story of Hollywood's creative artists agency. We'll find out about that. Career Source. Laura Burns will be here from Career Source Citrus Levy Marion, and she'll be telling us about some job opportunities in our community. Usually she has somebody with her who represents an employer.
Yep.
And so we'll find out if she has somebody today or if it's just going to be one of those general visits where we learn about different opportunities. Russell Matzinger, my gosh, we haven't seen his name on our guest list in years and years and years.
Yeah.
He's the guy that ran the barbershop, for lack of a better way to say it, right? Or am I remembering the name wrong?
No, he's the owner.
He's the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it says it right there. Russ's Gentleman's Quarters Barbershop. So it's still down there?
Yep, from what I understand.
Do you remember he had this big issue, and I was on his side. He wasn't allowed to put up a sign.
Yes.
So he wrapped a truck or something like that with the wording to tell people that he had a barbershop in that shopping center.
Exactly. It's a big lot shopping center.
It's kind of crazy that you are allowed to have a shop but not allowed to put up a sign that says you have a shop. I don't know if that's ever been remedied or not. But so anyway, so he's running for county commissioner.
Yep.
So obviously right there is one reason why he may have wanted to get his name in the race. He's a Republican candidate for the District 5 seat. Mm-hmm. There you go. Russell. I wonder if we're going to recognize him. It's been so long since we've seen him.
What if he's got a shave?
I think he had a beard last time we saw him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Renewal by Anderson of Central Florida. This is an infomercial at 10:35. It's pre-recorded. We're not on it, in it, or have anything to do with it. We just push the button and wait for it to end. But if you listen to it, you will get some information about Windows. And, You know what? I love my windows. I have a couple that don't open up, and I kind of wish what I should do, I should pay attention to their show and then give them a call, because they have a special, it's like a coupon, a radio coupon.
Yes.
I guess the way it works is they have a special phone number in the content of that show that is only that phone number. Like, they may produce that show and do it on other radio stations, but the phone number they put into this particular one is for WOCA only. So that way they know, that their money is being spent well, and it gives us a little break when we want to buy windows.
Exactly.
Carl Brookins will be on at 11:05. Not Carl Perkins. I heard the promo we did, and it sounds like I'm saying Carl Perkins.
Oh.
I think Carl Perkins has died, but this is Carl Brookins.
Yep.
He's a teacher, a professor up in Minnesota, I think.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
We've had him on a few times. That's why I know that. Anyway,
written a lot.
He's written another book called The Inside Passage. It's another mystery novel. And then Anthony James will be on to talk to us about traveling. Guess what people are starting to plan to do right now? I know nobody... Every time I bring this up, it's like people make fun of this, but foliage traveling is a big business.
I know. I
people
love
who travel. Well, you know what it is? We live in Florida where there's not much foliage. So people from Florida who say, you know what? I want to see the foliage this year. They will make plans and go to the mountains or wherever and see foliage.
Well, I talked to a publicist yesterday, Javier, and he lives in South Beach, and he asked if we had the fall season up here in our area. I said, yeah, we do. He said, well, I guess I'll be up in a couple of weeks. I said, no, you got to wait till January 1st, because that's when all the trees start changing color.
That's right.
He said, fall. Oh, he didn't know that.
Yeah, our fall is in the winter, right?
That's right. I said, our fall doesn't arrive till
our fall
New Year's Day.
The 1st of January, and then about the second week of January is our winter, and then we're done with both seasons.
Right, exactly.
Back to summer.
So he thought that was
might be a little bit of a spring in February.
Yeah, but it was true. I said, you're not going to see any leaves until the 1st of January.
Anthony James will be here to talk to us about travel. He's also a candidate for county commission.
Yep.
What seat is he running for?
I don't remember.
Fun with Joe today. Today, there was a story in the news. Gosh, this is such a... I love this story, actually. I mean, I don't like criminals. I don't like gangsters. But Ma and Fred Barker were shot and killed in Ocklawaha. Everybody knows this story. The house has been there forever. And it does have some historical significance. If you go to Jerry's Pawn and Gun, he's got a newspaper article in a frame that shows the two dead bodies on display at the building that used to be a bank.
Yep.
It's that old building in the downtown square that was the
Insomniac
Theater for a while.
Yep.
It was a Christian something for a while,
yes,
right?
Yes, it was.
Now I think it's not occupied or anything.
No.
But anyway, back in the days when it was a bank, and the vault is still in there.
Yes.
Right? Chad showed it to us.
Yep,
Chad Taylor.
that was cool.
But anyway, back in the days with the 18... gosh, I don't know when the shootout was that killed the two. But anyway... Ma and her son, right? Fred was her son? Ma and Fred Barker were shot and killed, and the bodies were laid up in that building, which is it's part of our history.
Yeah, everybody
But anyway, so
see.
The house where they were shot and killed in by the FBI, because they were gangsters, is in Ocklawaha. So somebody bought the land, and I guess you know the story, and our friend George Albright, tax collector, never in a million years would I have said the tax collector is my friend, but but in this case, he's a really good guy.
He's great.
Actually, the other guy was good too. I never really knew him, but just because you're the tax collector doesn't mean anything. But it's like you like to pick on certain positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody picks on the dog catcher. Everybody. No, I take that back. You might not like the dog catcher.
Yeah.
Do we have a dog catcher in Ocala?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do?
Yep.
Do we vote on him? Or is he just appointed?
I don't think so. I think he's just, part
I don't remember voting for a dog
animal
catcher.
Control. No, I think he must be just part of animal control of Marion County.
I would run for that position.
Because we see the truck going by, with the slats on it. When it shows the animals in there.
Right. I would promise to be a kinder, gentler dog catcher.
Yeah.
I saw this video of this guy playing with a baby Tasmanian devil, a puppy Tasmanian devil. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. It was like a puppy. It's like a real puppy.
Oh wow.
Like a dog puppy. But anyway, so the shootout in Ocklawaha, and George Albright has been, when he was 15 years old, he started taking care of the land, mowing it, and making sure nobody was breaking into it. So it's been kind of a real passion for him. So it sounds like the county commission is going to vote to have it moved over to the Chamber of Commerce, I think, or City Hall. City Hall, right?
Really? They're moving the building to City Hall?
It's only 1,000 feet away. It's not that far. But the guy who bought the land wants to build on it, so you can't blame him either.
But they're moving the whole building?
Yeah, they're moving the house.
To City Hall.
Well, if they vote on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of an eyesore.
To the Chamber of Commerce. Moving into the Chamber of Commerce. I don't know if that's the same as City Hall or not in Ocklawaha. Anyway, So our game with Joe today is all about Florida. Even the left field questions are about Florida. And our segment with Galen is about Florida. You'll find out when we get there.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Some Louisiana parishes under curfew following scattered reports of looting. At least 11 killed in the flooding that's damaged or destroyed at least 40,000 homes.
Saving life is the most important priority that we have.
Governor John Bel Edwards says more than 30,000 rescues have been performed since Friday. A wildfire in California growing to 15,000 acres in a day, prompting evacuations for more than 80,000 people in mountain towns east of Los Angeles.
We have numerous evacuation orders.
San Bernardino County Fire spokesman Eric Sherwin says the fire's moving in several directions, posing a threat to a number of communities. Liz Cheney winning Wyoming's Republican primary for U.S. House. Cheney beat several challenges for a chance at the job her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, first won 40 years ago. Her campaign focusing on national security and rolling back federal regulations affecting Wyoming's coal industry. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control of my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million bucks. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Palm Garden of Ocala leads in the area of orthopedic care with proven outcomes. Planning to have a new hip or knee joint due to arthritis or as the result of a fall? Palm Garden may be the answer. Guests appreciate the services of highly trained therapists and state-of-the-art equipment. And if you pre-register, you can secure a private room at no extra charge by mentioning this ad. Palm Garden makes no bones about it. They provide the best in orthopedic care. Call 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
You can't put it off any longer. It's time to replace your home's AC system.
The answer is AceSolvesItAll.com and an exceptionally efficient AC system. Let the pros at Ace show you how you can save on energy monthly and give your family added comfort. The great thing is that AceSolvesItAll.com is on call 7 to 7, 7 days a week at no extra charge.
For a limited time, mention WOCA and get a special discount.
Call 877-765-4ACE or AceSolvesItAll.com.
WWOCA,
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
25 minutes before 8 o'clock. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning here in Ocala, Florida. 74 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 91 or 92, depending on which website you look at. And there's a 60% chance we'll see rain, most likely in the form of an afternoon thunderstorm. Are you going to eat next Wednesday at all? Do you feel like you'll fast that day, Robin? What do you think? No, you won't be fasting.
No, I love food.
What about next a week from tomorrow? Will you be eating a week from tomorrow?
Yes, I
will.
will.
You'll probably be eating Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
Oh, you betcha.
So if you're going to be eating anyway, I mean, you're probably going to spend, I don't know, how much do you normally spend on a meal? $10 maybe per meal? I don't know. It doesn't have to be like that. Well, how about $8? How about $8?
Okay.
How about $8 for 2 meals? Because I think a 16-inch pizza could feed, that's at least 3 people. At least 3. Maybe 4.
Oh, well.
Maybe 4. That would be
know.
that would be 2 slices apiece, right?
For 4 people?
Isn't,
2 slices apiece?
Yeah, well, isn't that a lunch normally?
Yeah,
two slices?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So,
that makes
so
sense.
you think about that. That's $1 a slice.
Yeah.
So pizza is normally cut into 8 slices, right?
Right.
So $8 works out to $1 a slice.
Yep.
Made by a very talented chef named Wendy.
Oh, yeah. She's fabulous.
And for $8, not only are you going to eat, but you're going to support the Alzheimer's Support Group. Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't been told anything about the Alzheimer's Support Group, but from my own experience in the past, this is what I think it is.
Yeah.
It is a group of people who have gone through or are currently going through taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's. The people who are the caregivers of the Alzheimer's patients are besides themselves. And so the support gives them ideas on what to do, places they can go, techniques they can use, sometimes even nutritional things that they might want to consider, for food. And it depends on how far the person with Alzheimer's is down that horrible road of Alzheimer's. So the support group really has a really great function. It's more for the caregivers than it is for the Alzheimer's patient. I mean, ultimately it's for the patient. But anyway, so the support groups really need to exist. And of course, very few things in this world exist, in the human world anyway, without money.
Of course.
And so that $8 that you spend, that $1 a slice that you're going to pay for pizza 1 week from today or 1 week from tomorrow, or both days, is going to support the Alzheimer's Support Group. And the lady who cooks over at Palm Garden of Ocala, her name is Wendy, and she's
the chef.
She's the chef, and she's going to be, and her staff are going to be making lots and lots of pizzas, because you don't get a better deal than this, and you're helping out a really great cause. So you have 4 choices: pepperoni, Italian 3 cheese, buffalo chicken, and Wendy's piggy pie. And it is a 16-inch pizza. 16-inch.
Yummy.
You could have them bake it, or you can take it, it's already made, and you can take it home and bake it in your oven. That's not going to be what I do, because I'll burn it.
Yeah.
I'll mess up somehow. I'm just going to say, you cook it, I'll take it. Thank you very much.
And then you can take it to the park and have lunch in the park. It's just, a picnic lunch with cooked pizza. It's wonderful.
That is awesome. Okay, so we're telling you this because A, Palm Garden is our friends. We love them. And B, because, hey, this is a great deal. You're going to eat next Wednesday anyway, unless you're fasting.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to eat anyway, right?
Yep.
And if you're a vegetarian, get the one without the pepperoni, Cheese is okay, right?
Yeah. Vegetarian, not a vegan.
Right.
Vegetarian.
But anyway, so here's what you need to do. You need to have a phone number. And there are 2 ladies that I'll give you the phone numbers to, and you can call them or text them. Robin, you already sent in our order, right?
Yep.
So Crystal and Jan are the two ladies. Let me give you Crystal's phone number first. The area code is 352 and then 672 8535. Crystal, your phone is going to start ringing. Jan, your phone is going to start ringing. Jan's number is 352 208 7839. Palm Garden is not too far from where we're talking right now, not too far from the mall. It's at 2700 Southwest 34th Street, so you'll have to, pick up your pizza pie. I was told pizza pie, the expression pizza pie is a New York thing.
Oh, I see.
So it's pizza. You're going to get a pizza.
And it's pretty popular because every time I repost it on the Facebook page, it gets shared and it gets liked by different people.
Oh, my gosh.
So
I know. I feel bad for Wendy. It's a great idea.
Yep.
But, oh, my gosh.
Well,
Wendy
she volunteered.
is going to be busy.
Her idea.
Give her an award. I'm telling you, she needs a medal. Her whole staff needs a medal for this one.
Oh, she is her and her staff are fabulous. They do everything from scratch, and they're absolutely marvelous.
All right, let's look at the news items. By the way, before we do anything else, the Ma and Fred Barker story. Ma and Fred Barker story.
Yeah.
I found an old article on the Star Banner website that Joe Callahan wrote back in 2003. January 16th, 1935 is when the shootout took place. The house was on Lake Weir. We called it the FBI, but back then the agency was called the Department of Justice.
Why did they change it? The Department of Justice seems better than the FBI.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I know.
Arizona Donnie Kate Barker was believed to be the leader of the 25-member Corpus Barker gang, responsible for 3 kidnappings, 10 murders, and thefts of more than $1 million. Just think back in 1935, $1 million was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It still is. It was a 3-year rampage, primarily in the Midwest. Agents in Chicago found a map of Lake Weir, Florida, and they thought, I wonder if that's their hideout. And sure enough, it was right here in our own community. The federal agents went to Ocklawaha, January of 1935. Agents arrived at the home, which was being rented. 63-year-old Ma Barker opened the door. 32-year-old Fred walked onto the porch and unloaded a volley of machine gun bullets on the government agents. For the next 4 or 5 hours, the two sides exchanged gunfire almost continuously.
Well, they both had arsenals, didn't they?
Finally, about noon, about an hour after the shooting from inside the home stopped, agents sent Willie Woodbury, who had been hired by the Barkers to cook, into the home. As Woodbury walked onto the porch, he yelled, "It's me, Ma, don't shoot." Woodbury found Ma and Fred dead.
Gosh.
In 1985, Woodbury, who was 78 years old, recalled Ma Barker that she was the boss. Anyway, so the house that all took place in is being considered by the Marion County Commission to be moved over to the Chamber of Commerce site. George Albright has been pushing for the preservation of this house forever. So it sounds like they're going to preserve history, and
make it into a museum, probably.
Probably a museum, yeah. And it sounds like it's only 1,000 feet away from where it currently sits. So anyway, I just think it's an interesting story. I know the only part of that's news today is the fact that the the county commission is decided it's a money thing. Do we want to spend the money to move the house? And I think everybody's on board with this one. I don't think anybody's opposed to it. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. It's amazing sometimes how history gets written, and I guess whoever controls the paper and the print, it's kind of their story. I knew Mr. William Woodbury. One of the articles said, as a matter of fact, I lived next door to his sister when I was a little kid growing up, and he used to tell me the situation and stories about the Barkers and what really happened that day, and the so-called brave agents. Mr. Woodbury didn't really volunteer to go up there.
I wondered about that when I read it that way. Yeah.
What happened, the brave agents said, look, they knew they really cared for him. He worked for them for quite a while. As a matter of fact, he didn't just cook for them. He did a lot of things for them. He drove for them, went to the store, everything. And I got this straight from Mr. Woodbury. As a matter of fact, one of the articles said, they called, Mr. Abcher in their community, they may have called him Shorty, but we did not. We knew him as Uncle Beasley or Mr. Beasley. That's what we called him.
Oh, really?
And, yes. And not only that, they forced Mr. Woodbury. They gave him a little flag or a cloth or towel or some white flag and told him, and I won't use the words that they use, you blankety blank, you go in there and you see who's dead in there. And he said his knees was knocking, boy. He said he was so nervous. But they cared a lot for Mr. Woodbury, and they paid him well, he said. But when they would, when they got ready to go in there, they forced Mr. Woodbury to go up there just to make sure they were dead. And, you know, that's unfortunate that sometimes they put how the articles are written and different things like that. But really, it kind of bothers me and a lot of people in the community to know, you know, how they really, you know, not really tell the whole thing like it is. I mean, history is history, and it depends on, I guess, one's perspective. But the last thing that I would say to Mr. Woodbury said that they always had these huge suitcases, and when they would come down, because that wasn't the first time that they came down at the year that they got killed, you know, he always worked there for them and everything. And he said he noticed that there were certain suitcases and stuff, they would always tell him, don't touch those, we'll bring them in. And he said they were always heavy, and they always paid cash. They always had lots of cash. But anyway, I just thought...
Wow. I love the fact that you shared that with us.
Yeah.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Thank you, Lenny. Wow, that was cool. That was cool. I actually knew him. I actually knew Woodbury. Well, you know what? We had some ladies in here talking about some Ocala history. Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry. We had one lady in here, and she was one of two authors of the book, right?
Yes.
And then what she said in the interview...
For Paradise Park.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And what was said in the interview was contrary to what the other author. So we had, we didn't have an argument, but it sounded like the two ladies didn't agree with history either.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't
they
it?
They didn't agree with each other.
All right. Let's go to the other side of this break. Gosh, we didn't get any news in at all, did we? Except for that piece. That was interesting, though, wasn't it?
Very interesting. Great story.
All right,
Great stuff.
We'll just move forward. What are we doing next? Oh, Stacey O'Connor. Keeping our cybersecurity safe.
Yes.
We'll take the break right now and be right back.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know, it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women whom choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlitz's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue, proud sponsor of Marion County High School football. Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School football on WOCA, The Source.
There's a car accident in this country every 5 seconds. That's why Allstate thinks it's time for an entirely different kind of car insurance, with features like accident forgiveness and a safe driving bonus. It's called Your Choice Auto, and it's only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
You deserve better. Sign up for Your Choice Auto from Allstate. Call the McDonald Agency today at 622-2333.
Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance, Northbrook, Illinois.
Kevin Costner and Modern West take Ocala by storm when they hit the Circle Square Cultural Center stage on Saturday, August 27th. That's right, see award-winning actor and singer-songwriter Kevin Costner up close and personal at the Circle Square Cultural Center. Kevin Costner and Modern West perform a rocking blend of original and famous music. Tickets on sale now. Visit csculturalcenter.com. That's csculturalcenter.com. Or call 352-854-3670.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
WOCA AM 1370. 96.3. 96.3 FM.
We are The Source. WOCA. News, talk, sports, and more.
FlySanford.com. Orlando Sanford International Airport. We are SFB. Simpler, faster, better.
Visiting friends and family or just looking for some fun? Book your vacation now to one of their nonstop destinations, including Amsterdam, Brussels, Mexico City, San Juan, as well as over 60 domestic destinations, including New Orleans.
For enjoyable travel, come to Orlando Sanford International Airport. We are SFB. Simpler, faster, better. Before you fly, FlySanford.com.
It's rodeo time in Ocala. The 34th annual Ocala Shrine Pro Rodeo returns to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion September 2nd and 3rd. 7:30 nightly, cowboys ride to help children walk with all the major events of pro rodeo. Get your tickets now for broncs, bulls, and babes, cowboys, cowgirls, and you. September 2nd and 3rd, the Ocala Shrine Pro Rodeo. Don't miss it.
All right, 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice, really nice looking Wednesday morning. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Temperatures expected to climb to 92. There's a 60% chance we'll see some rain, most likely this afternoon, and just repeat that forecast for the rest of the week, even into the weekend. It's kind of the way it is here in Central Florida in the summer, right? Kind of every week. I saw a picture this morning that kind of really says it all. The picture showed like out of a car window, and in the front of the car, you could see it's sunny, and in the rearview mirror, you could see cloudy. It was raining behind the car and sunny ahead of it.
Nice.
One of the things in today's world that might have you worried is hacking. I have actually had, I don't know if I was hacked, but I had, what do you call that thing that where they were trying to ask me for money? Hijacking? No, the hijack.
I don't know.
Ransomware or something. Yeah. Asked me for $350. Said, go to 7-Eleven and get a thing. And fortunately, I was able to get rid of that thing. I mean, it froze everything up. I don't know if that's called hacking or not. Stacey O'Connor is on the phone. Stacey is the online safety expert and global channel marketing director at
Y-Intel.
At Y-Intel, is that how I say that? Security Center for Strategic and International Studies. She's talking about the hacking and skills shortage. Yeah, that's what we want to know. Who are we going to hire with the skills to protect us all from all of these hacking things, and us as individuals and us as a nation and everything in between? Stacey, good morning, Stacey.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
I'm okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from gorgeous Cleveland, Ohio, where I can assure you there is no sunshine in the sky today.
Well, come down here. We have plenty of it.
Yeah. So, Larry, the first thing I want to tell you is, it sounds like you were indeed a victim of ransomware.
Yeah.
With your story there, and I just, I want to mention to anybody that's listening, if you're ever instructed to go to a 7-Eleven and pay any amount of money, don't do it. It's ransomware. It's another type of hacking attack. And definitely don't go to 7-Eleven to pay anything that somebody is asking you. I
get a lot of, Twitter messages from girls in bikinis wanting to be my friend. And I always think, oh man, I'm so tempted to click on that picture.
Don't do it, Larry. Don't do it, no matter how tempting it is.
So
help yourself, Larry.
So are you looking currently for a young talent that will be able to actually help us with this in this country?
We are, yes. We Intel Security is, boy, was this report very interesting and eye-opening, and we are constantly looking for young talent, any talent that can help us sort of address these key areas of cybersecurity.
And do they have, I mean, typically, where do they come? We're saying young, and I'm guessing because young people typically are who we think of when we think of people who've just kind of naturally got this ability. It's almost like they were brought up with this whole world.
Yeah, boy, isn't that the truth? I mean, I think about the generations that are coming behind me, and their cyber world is completely different than mine. And you're right, when we do think about the talent that's coming up, or the accessible workforce that's going to come live and really help us out with all of these cybersecurity problems, we do think of people typically younger than us. But the fact of the matter is there's opportunity for all age groups, and really everybody of every experience level.
What kind of training do you put them through?
It's interesting. We like to see, and I know a lot of the companies and organizations that were a part of this study, not only like to see a technical degree from a college or of this sort, but, a good half of our respondents also indicated, hey, real life experience, technical certifications, and the like are even more important. There's nothing like that real world experience, so that, Larry, for example, when somebody, when a message shows up on your screen that you should go to 7-Eleven and pay $350, we like to see that people have that real world experience and know kind of how to guide companies and guide consumers through that scary example.
Yeah, I don't know if because I have an Apple or a Mac, whatever you call my computer, I don't know if that saved me or not. Somebody told me it did. The fact that I had a Mac made it a lot easier to fix it. Is that true?
The fact of the matter is, the sad fact of the matter is that any platform is really susceptible to attacks these days. It really is, and that's why we preach all the time to make sure that you're educated, that you're vigilant, that you have just general awareness about, your cybersecurity world in general, because really any device, any platform is susceptible to that stuff now.
Is there a way, I don't mean to throw you a curve, but there was a news story this morning. If I could just read two sentences from the news story, and I have a question about it. It's the first two sentences in the article. It says, a rocket that shot skyward from the Gobi Desert early yesterday is expected to propel China to the forefront of one of science's most challenging fields. It also is set to launch Beijing far ahead of its global rivals in the drive to acquire a highly coveted asset in the age of cyber espionage, which is hack-proof communications. Those are the first two sentences. So is China ahead of us in this?
Boy, I wouldn't comment on if China is ahead or really behind us. What I do know is that, Intel Security has a tremendous amount of education tools on our website so that consumers and businesses can get really educated on the cybersecurity world.
Okay, so a lot of this is our own doing. It's kind of like locking your front door.
Yeah, it really is. There are so many tools available, again, to both consumers and with businesses, and it really all has to do with getting educated and being vigilant and aware about your immediate surroundings.
And you have to make sure that when people piggyback on your Wi-Fi and stuff, that they're not going to these kind of sites and doing it, because you're the one that'll be prosecuted, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Again, it goes back to being aware about your surroundings. And yes, when you're on a Wi-Fi network or you're on your own Wi-Fi network, having a really good security, home security system to make sure that you know who exactly is on your Wi-Fi network and you know exactly what they're doing, to avoid that kind of risk.
So when we go to the electronics store and we buy a program that's supposed to protect us, is that recommended? I haven't bought one in years.
Yeah, probably want to do that, Larry. That's a great first step. It's a great first step, and Intel Security is in, like you said, retail outlets worldwide, and that's a great first step. But like I said, it's also important to get educated on what other threats are out there. It's you started our segment. You couldn't have started it more perfect by saying, "Gosh, there was this thing, and it felt wrong," and you didn't know, was that ransomware? Was it hacking? What exactly was it?
Yeah.
But you had this third sense that, again, I say it because it's funny but true. Going to a 7-Eleven to pay somebody to unlock your computer just felt wrong. It just felt wrong, right? And so it's having that security on your computer is important, but also, again, being educated and being vigilant about your surroundings is also critical.
So let's leave the listeners with a website if that'll help. Do you have one we can recommend?
I do. It's It's right on our intelsecurity.com homepage.
Okay, so just go to intelsecurity.com. Okay. Intelsecurity.com. Stacey O'Connor in Cleveland, you said, right?
Cleveland, Ohio is where I'm based, yes.
Well, if you're ever in Central Florida, come and visit, say hi. We would love to see you. Thank you for helping us keep ourselves safer on our computers.
Love to. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Stace. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Anna Wells.